Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, the world is an actually crazy place. If you haven't realized by now. You know, people have a lot of weird hobbies. One hobby I will never understand is cave diving. What the freak are you doing? It's like cave diving, there's no wind. What is the upside to cave diving? Like, what is the upside to it? Oh, I explored a new cave. You can't get out unless you bend your neck all the way to your kneecap and spin at a 50-degree angle and turn into a human Slim Jim. 6 terrifying cave moments caught on camera. Guys, these might be actually like heart-dropping, okay? These people, I don't know what's going on with these people. I don't understand why people cave dive. Let's check these out, y'all. These people.
A YouTuber named Alex from the channel Cantrell Caving is known for exploring some of the most dangerous,
Look at this, bro,
and unpredictable cave systems in the world. But this time, his passion nearly cost him his life. On November 3rd, 2020...
Gang, look at this, bro. What are you doing, Cantrell? 6 million views. Not worth your life. This man's sitting up like this. Can't breathe.
3. A group of 5 young men, including Alex and his close friend Jacob, set out to explore a cave they had never been in before. The plan was simple.
Right, what are we doing climbing in this, bro? What's in there?
Look at this dude.
Is it golden treasure in there? Do you have a treasure map? Nope. You just climbing. Like, I understand mountain climbers. Like, you climb to the top. You can see where you're going dang near, at least.
Document the journey. But nothing ever goes exactly as planned underground. At first, everything seemed fine. Headlamps on, boots laced, spirits high.
Don't look at me while I dig in my nose. Just watch the freaking video. Looking at me. Look, bro, this is horrible.
Not long into their descent, they found themselves battling rising water. The cave's narrow passages were partially flooded, making every step harder and far more dangerous. The air was heavy with moisture, and the rocks were slick.
Look, why are you going? Look at this, bro. How can you safely get through that and laugh? I just heard them laughing and jump. And the water is rising.
Every step forward took them deeper, both into the cave
bro,
and into the unknown.
What happens if you pee in a wetsuit? Just asking for
it just stays.
I'm asking for a friend.
It just stays. Last minute emergency source.
They were still laughing, talking about reaching the end of the tunnel.
Y'all laughing,
but beneath
bro.
the surface, tension was starting to build. Jacob, who had scouted part of the route ahead, tried to warn them. Some sections are completely underwater.
Bro,
you'll have to duck your head just to get through. There's no way to breathe in parts of it.
How are you gonna survive that, bro?
Edward, go right. Go right. Okay, gotcha.
Still, the group pushed forward, following the rope and hoping nothing would go wrong. But as they went deeper into the flooded tunnel, fear began to show on Alex's face. His confidence faded. His movements grew tense and frantic. The water level kept rising until it filled his ears, and the only way to breathe was to tilt his head straight up toward the ceiling. The deeper he crawled, the more unstable he became, until suddenly, everything went wrong.
You going, Jacob? Oh, he just bailed.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Oh my God!
Yeah, this what y'all want to do. Y'all want to drown and die. Boredom got to be the deadliest drug of all time, bro. How are you this bored?
One of Alex's friends panicked. Struggling to breathe, he grabbed onto Alex in desperation, nearly dragging them both underwater. Cold, water, darkness, claustrophobia. In a cave, panic is your worst enemy. Despite the chaos, they somehow managed to keep their heads above water. Inch by inch, they pulled themselves back toward the light. By the time they reached an open space, both Alex and his friend were scraped, bruised, and completely exhausted. It could have ended very differently. They were lucky to survive.
Yeah, that should tell you.
This man was exploring a cave when he reached a dangerously narrow passage.
Look at this idiot, bro. These people are like gotta be like I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. Look at this, bro. He's trying to fit in a butthole. That's what he's trying to do, bro.
Forward, he squeezed himself into the tight gap and nearly became stuck.
Look at
The
you,
video
bro.
was uploaded to YouTube on January 10th, 2022, under the title, Smothered in a Claustrophobic Cave. The man behind the channel, Caveman Hikes, has posted dozens of similar videos, where he successfully escapes caves after long and risky explorations.
Why? Just why? Why would you want to do this? Just look like a turd trying to squeeze out of an ad.
But in this video, things look far more tense.
But so far I haven't felt like that squeeze. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take the light with me, is the problem. If I go Superman style, I can certainly get through, but then my clothes are gonna bunch up, and it'll look cool on camera, but very uncomfortable.
Yeah, you scraping your
bunching
whole
clothes
body
up.
up with the
And back up at the
cage.
same time. So one of the nice things about these is you can use your feet for leverage, and you can't see that, but I take my feet and I pinch it up against the ceiling, and then I use that to leverage myself backwards. So I'm leveraging myself through here. And I fit okay. It didn't look like I was gonna, but
You fit okay. This is okay, huh? This look like it's fitting okay. What are y'all trying to find in these caves, bro? Like, what are y'all trying to find? What's in these caves that y'all risking y'all lives for, bro? Like, if y'all go do this, y'all might as well get a waterproof drone and just fly in the caves with it.
to move myself over this knuckle. But it's gonna be a little lossy here.
For a while, he keeps trying to push deeper into the cave, but eventually realizes he's almost completely trapped.
Yeah, you
Trying
stuck.
to give you a decent view.
Nah,
of
we
what's going
don't
on in my
need a
little
view.
Gumdrop's life. There we go. So it's all about leverage, and I don't know where my feet are here, but I'm working my way through here as I can. I can't turn and see. You see, this is the problem with the clothes bunching up. My knee pad's caught. Okay.
At that moment, he decides not to risk it any further and begins carefully backing out the way he came. Fortunately, he manages to escape without any injuries.
Like, what the freak, bro?
This story comes from the YouTube channel Action Adventure Twins, run by two brothers, James and Edward. Since early 2020,
Now, I ain't even gonna lie. I used to do this with my little brother. We used to go out and explore, but we used to explore on land. We didn't go in no freaking caves. We was on land in the woods. It was a river or something. We'll be exploring a river. We was not in a Laura Croft cave, bro.
exploring dangerous and extremely tight cave systems, documenting their underground adventures. But in March 2021, one of their expeditions brought them terrifyingly close to death. They decided to explore the well-known Pettyjohn cave in Georgia. By that time, they had already visited several sections of this sprawling maze-like cave system, even discovering an underground waterfall during one of their previous trips. They felt confident enough to take on the challenges of this underground labyrinth. However, this time, their goal was one of the most difficult sections of the cave, appropriately named the Nervous Breakdown.
This one's tight.
The nervous system is finna break down, bro. That's why. Everything.
A title that perfectly describes the mental state of anyone attempting to pass through it. The beginning of the trip went smoothly. The brothers squeezed through a narrow entrance and reached the first open chamber of the cave. But soon, the passages began to narrow again, forcing them to crawl through tighter and tighter spaces. After about 25 minutes of crawling, they faced their first serious obstacle. A muddy chamber with a deep, narrow pit in the middle that had to be carefully skirted along the edge. One wrong move would mean falling into a tight shaft with almost zero chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls and lack of solid
Oh
footing
my god.
would make it near
bro. Oh no, look at this.
chance of climbing back out. The slippery walls
I mean, you can just go on the other side, but still, why he going on? Why he
and lack
choosing
of
to go
solid
up there?
footing would make it nearly impossible to pull someone out. After safely passing this dangerous area, they finally reached the entrance to the infamous Nervous Breakdown. To their
freak?
frustration, part of the surrounding area had collapsed, making it much harder to find a safe route forward. Rocks were scattered everywhere. Narrow drops surrounded them, and pitch-black darkness filled the space. After a long search, Edward eventually located an entrance and decided to go down, leaving his brother above as a backup in case something went wrong. He had no idea that this decision would become one of the biggest mistakes of his life. After descending a bit deeper, Edward tried to contact his brother, but there was no response.
I found a rope. I don't hear James anymore. Uh-oh.
He suddenly found himself in a nightmare scenario, lost in an unknown part of the cave with no way to communicate. At first, he tried to stay calm and continued moving, still hoping he would meet James somewhere ahead. But after 30 minutes of searching and calling out with no answer, the reality of the situation began to sink in.
30 minutes?
He knew that panic was the worst possible reaction, but anxiety was slowly taking over.
Bro,
after countless failed
what if you just see some black figure down there? Like, I thought that was something right there. You cooked.
Attempts to locate his brother, Edward decided to retrace his steps, only to realize how difficult that would be.
You don't know where you came from.
James!
You don't know anything anymore. That's why you don't go diving in buttholes, bro.
James!
James dead.
It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him.
He died 30
I don't
minutes
even
ago.
know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same.
Interesting.
It's just a jumble maze.
Every direction looked exactly the same in the dim light of his headlamp. Narrow tunnels and uneven rock walls offered no landmarks to help him remember where he had come from. With every step, the situation became more desperate. A single wrong choice could leave him wedged in a passage too tight to escape, or worse, he could fall into a hidden fissure. Even without physical injury, it would be easy to wander in circles until exhaustion took over. The recording, which began with excitement as he entered the nervous breakdown, could have ended as a tragic documentation of his final moments. After what felt like endless wandering in circles, Edward finally spotted a small but familiar detail, a piece of marker tape he had noticed earlier on his way down. Following it, he was finally able to find his way back.
James! Oh,
James sound like he don't even
you're
give a
over
freak.
here? Oh, dude. This place is a maze, man.
Oh, hey, I see your light.
Dude, I thought we were never gonna see each other. Dude, I know.
Dude, I know. Oh my gosh. We almost just died. Oh, so cool. If you want to die, just die. It's that simple. Don't play with your life. Like, if you want to die, just die. Because you playing around with your life, you got us watching. We don't want to watch you play with your life. If you want to die, just die.
After reuniting, the brothers stayed together for the rest of the expedition and eventually made it safely out of the cave without serious injuries. This experience didn't stop them from exploring caves. They continue to upload videos to their YouTube channel, but now they do so with far more caution and much better preparation. The following story took place in January 2014, when a group of cave explorers set out to conquer Lost John's Cave in Lancashire, England. This impressive cave system stretches for about 3 miles, with known depths reaching around 700 feet. Most of the team had years of caving experience behind them, and, like many seasoned explorers, they were confident in their abilities. They carefully prepared for the expedition, studying maps, planning their route, and packing the necessary gear. But in the world of caving, there is a brutal truth. When something goes wrong, no amount of planning can guarantee safety. Even the most experienced explorers can find themselves in life-threatening situations. That is exactly what happened to one member of the group, Bob Johnson.
Look at Bob
At first,
Johnson,
the
bro.
expedition exactly what happened to one member.
Look at Bob Johnson, bro. You can't pay me $100 billion to do this, bro. If you ask me to do this or jump off a cliff, I'm jumping off a cliff. Because I'ma die. Might as well take a quick death than a slow, painful, claustrophobic death.
Of the group, Bob Johnson. At first, the expedition went smoothly. The team moved deeper into the cave, using their equipment to overcome each obstacle. But everything changed when they reached a section known as the Tube.
Yep,
An extremely
the
narrow
tube. The pencil. The toothpick. Yep. Because it's the size of a toothpick. The anus. The G-spot. Like, that's the name of these caves.
Narrow passage that required crawling forward on their stomachs. To make matters worse, part of the passage was filled with water, making visibility and breathing even more difficult. Despite the dangerous conditions, the group decided to continue. The thinnest member went first and managed to squeeze through. Bob Johnson went next, and he was far less fortunate. At first, he made steady progress through the tube, but soon he began to struggle, even in the slightly wider sections. Somehow he reached the narrowest part of the passage, and that's where his luck ran out.
Bob Johnson. What are you doing, Bobby Johnson?
He became completely wedged from the waist down, and every attempt to free himself only made things worse.
Bobby Johnson. Just what you wanted, right? You wanted to jump in G-spots, right? You wanted to hit the G-spot, well, guess what?
Being stuck in such a tight space is already horrifying.
I know,
the
right?
The feeling of solid rock squeezing your body, the walls closing in. You can't move. You can barely breathe, and panic begins to creep in. For Bob, the nightmare was just beginning. On top of being trapped, he now had to face a far more terrifying threat: rising water. Water makes any caving trip infinitely more dangerous. In a dry cave, even if you get stuck, at least you have time to think, time to plan. But when water starts rising, the situation becomes deadly within minutes. Imagine freezing water slowly climbing up your body while you are trapped in solid rock, unable to move. The terror is indescribable. Bob knew he had only a short time before drowning became a real possibility, and he fought desperately to free himself. But the water soaked through his clothing, making him heavier, and his escape attempts even more hopeless. Just when the situation seemed completely hopeless, one of the team members had an idea. The idea that would ultimately save Bob's life.
Cut his head, cut his body.
Yeah, it looks tight. Billy, I get it. Pull it!
Instead of trying to push him forward, the team members behind him began carefully pulling him back the way he came, and it worked. Bob was finally freed.
That was a simple, easy, you know what I'm saying? Easy fix. Did we learn our lesson? Huh? Did we learn our lesson? Mayonnaise head, deviled egg head, hard-boiled egg head.
This unsettling video was filmed by Jacob, an experienced explorer obsessed with uncovering the secrets of abandoned mines. For nearly 20 years, he had descended into forgotten tunnels, documenting his journeys and sharing the hidden history of these places.
Yeah, this dude Jacob is not a human, bro. By himself? He doing this jump by himself. No way. He's by himself in the deepest depths of these caves, these tunnels.
His viewers, but this time was different. This time he encountered something he would never forget. On the cold, rainy evening of December 5th, 2017, Jacob drove down a dark, deserted road toward another abandoned mine, unaware of what awaited him underground.
We doing this at night. Jacob, bro. Come on now. Are you even... are you possessed, bro? What are you doing with your life, man? What are you doing?
Okay, that's the portal to the Waldeck mine. I'm inside. The wind has kind of died down a little bit, and it's not raining, so I managed to stay dry. Of course, I'm inside this little alcove, kind of. But anyway, you come down this little incline path, and then big boulders here you have to climb over, and then the tunnel's right behind me this way. So let's check it out. Let's get in here.
At first, everything seemed normal, almost calm. But the deeper he ventured, the stronger a strange feeling of unease grew inside him as he passed beneath rotting wooden beams, barely holding back the crushing weight of the earth. After more than 15 minutes of walking, something strange appeared on camera.
We're going to take this branching tunnel that we skipped on the way in.
See that white light?
I'm assuming that X means a dead end.
Bro, I think I did see
or
that.
somebody died.
A faint flash of light deep in the tunnel, like a distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice it at the time.
What the?
Moments later, distant flashlight beam. Though Jacob didn't notice it at the time. Moments later, disturbing sounds began to echo through the tunnel. Soft, whisper-like noises coming from somewhere just out of sight.
Do you hear that? Sounds like, what, is that wind?
Bro, are you stupid?
I don't know if you can hear that on the camera.
Bro, how would you hear wind like that in the cave like that, bro? You see, this fake is freak or this dude is dumb. Jacob, which one of the two, Jacob? Is this fake or are you this stupid? No, it's clearly whispers like the Nun Massacre.
Do you hear that? It stopped. Well, I don't know what that is. That doesn't sound like wind, but...
Yeah, this is fake, bro. There is no way this dude is this nonchalant and dumb. Oh, that's not wind. I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is. It almost sounds like snakes, but...
This dude, Jacob, your acting sucks, dick.
Wow. I've heard some weird stuff in mines, but that is definitely creepy. I don't know what that is. So, let's get out of here. And,
Okay, either Jacob is a bad actor, dumb, or he's literally just not scared of anything because this dude is out here at nighttime exploring these caves for over 20 years. He hears something like this in the cave. He just, oh yeah, let me just get out of here. Just walk out. Just walk out.
head back out to the portal. That was weird. I think I keep hearing something. That was strange. I hear the air blowing here. Wow. I'm getting out of here, and you can really hear that airflow.
Fake ass
I'm getting
video,
out of here and
bro.
heading home.
Uneasy, Jacob turned back toward the entrance, but on his way out, he noticed another tunnel he had missed before, and cautiously decided to investigate.
Looking down the tunnel here.
Hello?
I don't know why that one chain is swinging back there. Don't know if you can see that in the video or not.
Bro, you know we can see that in a freaking video, dude.
Inside, steel chains hung from the ceiling, ordinary at first glance, until he saw one of them slowly swaying back and forth, as if someone had just touched it. That was enough for Jacob. Realizing he was not alone,
That was enough?
he immediately left the mine and never looked back.
I'm done, bro. I'm about done with these, bro. This dude Jacob just ruined my whole entire appetite to finish the video, bro. Jacob, what the freak, bro? What you got going on? That was enough to make him leave. All right, yep. Jacob, everybody. Guys, if y'all get into cave diving, just realize this is what it comes with. This is what it's gonna turn into.